2. We are live. Oops.
Welcome to the Kicking the Peanut Day. I am the lovely who is Alice, and for today in our show, we talk about everything, anything, and whatever you want. Whatever comes to our mind, whatever's in your head is kicking the peanut around. So I am joined by my lovely partners in crime today. Say your names, my friends.
I am Meat Grinder. Wait, no, I'm Alexander.
What the grind?
I had Meat Grinder in my head. I don't know why. It's inexplicable.
What, dude? That's me. I am just Meat Grinder. Anyways, but
I am
who
Scott
else is it?
Bugatti. Scott
Bugatti. Oh, I didn't know you were so foreign.
Scottish?
Sometimes.
So foreign? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Kind of racist.
Who else do I have in here today?
Nobody.
Nobody.
It's Dale Gribble.
Anonymous is here.
It's Dale Gribble. No, it's Mike Shackelberg.
I see Dale Gribble, but it looks like a modern day sexy Jesus. For the picture.
It's Dun Jesus.
Jesus.
Trying to do a pose,
Yeah,
you know?
Well, anyways, today is the lovely Sun's Day, as you would like to say, Xander.
Yep.
July 9th, in the great year of 2023.
I wouldn't call it a great year.
And exactly about a week ago, exactly a week ago, we had cocaine in the White House.
Yes. Actually, wasn't that on the 4th, or did that break before that?
No, they found it on a Sunday, the weekend before 4th of July. So it actually was a week ago today. So
on a Sunday, Solomon Grundy.
Sun's Day. Dude, there's some really funny pictures, like where you see like Hunter Biden on the fucking balcony in the the residential area.
Oh, you're talking about the
weird,
video where he does the thing or something?
He rubs his face and has the craziest looking thing, and then also Ashley Biden, who you don't see her face, she's groping her father.
Yo, what? Whoa.
Of course, a white substance was found in the White House.
Yeah, they found cocaine in the White House, and they're Karine Jean-Pierre was saying that it's a very high trafficked area for tourists and whatnot. However, Dan Bongino, who is a former Secret Service agent, said in order to get into the White House in that area particularly, you have to go through crazy amount of security.
See, here's the thing about that. I saw a meme actually earlier today, and it's so you mean to tell me that the very same people who could find you, through 2 pixels to indict you on January 6th can't find out, who owned the cocaine in, the most heavily secured facility probably on this planet? Yeah. Really?
And they said they found it not far from the Situation Room.
Yeah, oh my god. That is a situation! And it's not Mike from Jersey Shore this time, so...
Oh Lord. I have a new hire from work calling me real quickly.
Oh, okay.
Let me, you take over the show for 5 minutes while I take this call.
Alright. Scotty!
I'll be right back.
How you doing today, man? How was your past week? Anything interesting, other than 4th of July? How was your 4th, actually? Let's talk about that for a little bit. You there? Hello? Okay, well, looks like I'm alone. Thank you, Scott, for vanishing. Dale, how was your 4th?
I sat inside and watched digital fireworks on my computer monitor.
Nice. Wait, you sat inside. Wait, repeat that. You were inside watching fireworks on your monitor?
Sure.
Yeah. That sounds like a very...
Go outside and enjoy the outside world.
Ah. Well, that's cool. Anything interesting happened to you in the past week? Anything you'd like to talk about? I know you're a real reclusive guy, but anything you find interesting that happened, in news, other than this White House thing that we just talked about?
I just find it interesting with the White House Coke that they have security cameras on every single square inch, and I'm sure they're the most high definition cameras that exist, can exist, and yet they somehow don't know where it came from.
Oh yeah.
They know exactly whose pocket that thing came out of.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's not even a mystery. Like, and the Golden Loon a couple days ago mentioned that just watch, they're gonna call it crushed aspirin or something, like just cover it up with some one of the most textbooky, stereotypically out of the '60s stupid excuses.
Well, they'll say that it was anthrax before they admit that it was Hunter's Coke.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they'll probably try to blame some guy, huh. But other than that, what else happened this past week? I don't really keep my thumb on the pulse, so to speak, when it comes to news, because things are just off the hook. And after the whole submarine thing, then we had the Russian coup, and then this.
Oh, the French riots.
Yes, that's right, the French riots. Once again, those French,
yeah.
They're revolting.
See the video? See the video of that kid getting shot? It's
no.
The passenger said that he took his foot off the brake, and so the car lunged forward. He accelerated. You can clearly see in the video that he accelerated.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the Muslim kid. Yeah, the one in France. Okay, yeah. That's what caused the riots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like their George Floyd situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it was 100% justified, and to me it looked like it was an asympathetic squeeze, like the officer accused a negligent discharge because he had his finger on the trigger pointed at the kid at the driver's seat, and then all of a sudden the car starts lunging forward while he's basically in front of the car. He's on the front driver's side fender, and so his gun goes off because the car comes at you while your muscles tight, not your finger squeezes the trigger.
Yeah.
But even with that, it was 100% justified. It's like if somebody's driving a car directly at you, you can shoot them.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a couple things I'd like to say about that. I mean, it is a very George Floyd-ish situation. I mean, didn't the police come after him because he had robbed a pregnant lady at knife point, or was that a different situation? Because I know he did that, at one point.
Oh, that was a different time for what George.
Are you talking about George Floyd there?
We're talking mainly about the French riots and how it started. That Arabic kid or whatever who got shot. It's very similar to a George Floyd situation. Yeah. But speaking about all this, welcome back, by the way. This reminds me on the 4th itself, and to my knowledge, this has not been said at all. But there was a mass shooting in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on the 4th itself. 5 people are dead. To my knowledge, the gunman has not been identified. So I have a feeling that, it's someone non-white, and they're going to cover it up. So, because, of course, it's on the 4th. And let's not forget what Ben and Jerry's did on the 4th, too. I'm pretty sure you were aware of that, Dale.
Well, actually, I think it might not have been Philadelphia, but it might have been another thing. I think it might have been either Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, there was a shooting. And they're covering that up because the shooter was a transgender.
Oh, of course. There we go.
Black person of color.
It's against the narrative. Nothing to say here. Move along.
There's that one guy who shot 20-some people last week, and he was wearing body armor, and there's absolutely nothing about that.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Oh, no, maybe I was wrong. I was in Baltimore. Yeah, but that person was the transgender person. They were in body armor.
Wait, are you talking about the one who went into a Christian school, or is that something else? My God, how many of these situations are happening? Jesus,
Well, no, they're just trying to push the whole thing. Gun shootings here, mass shootings there. I'm when you defund the police and they're not out on the beat.
And when you disarm the citizens from, when you disarm, because the police are there to handle situations. The police are there to respond to situations. They're not gods. They can't appear. So until they arrive, people need guns to defend themselves. You disarm the populace, you're not disarming the criminals. They're already criminals. They're already going to do some crimes. You think that a gun law is going to magically make the guns disappear out of their hands? No. You're just getting rid of the ability for people to actually defend themselves and solve the situation, before it really gets bad. But, yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with that. People should be able to arm themselves, especially nowadays when people running rampant. People are coming up from the crappy town south of me and causing a ruckus up here. like in this little tiny town that I live in, and I'm like, it's annoying.
As
Like,
a historian,
I see a bunch of them. I see the meth heads and the crackheads and all sorts of weirdos coming up in my small town now. I'm like, well, it's not my small town, but this small town.
but I mean, like, as a historian, you know, like, the first thing a regime with nefarious intent does is disarm the population and hide behind the children. Like, the first two things that they do. Because a population that's armed does not go into a boxcar willingly. You know, so everything, like, from us with the Native Americans to Russia with themselves, China with themselves, Germany with the Jews, like everything, like, every time there's been, like, any horrible atrocity, the first thing to go that creates that path are the guns. Disarm the population. Look at Australia. So.
Yep. Exactly.
But anyway,
did you hear that? Like, I'm gonna backtrack here for a second because I missed a few minutes of like the cocaine thing that they're trying to not.
Let's not say that word too much because I'm a little concerned.
Harris over that.
Alice, let's not say that word too much. Let's not say that word too much because I mean I don't want to get the video flagged or taken down. Or
the naughty drug.
Nose candy. You know, let's use euphemisms. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll call it Captain Hero.
Captain Hero
from like Drawn 2004.
Oh my God!
Yeah, remember because there was some reference of him doing it. Yeah, we'll call it Captain Hero juice. But anyways, like they're trying to indirectly blame the vice president for it.
Come on! Oh yeah, you're saying about that, dude. I don't remember who it was. Like, who said this? Yeah, we were talking about this last night. It's like, oh, of course, blame the black person. Like,
no, I was there for that discussion. Exactly.
Wow.
Like, you know, typical Joe Biden, especially with his, like, you know, if you own, like, a quarter size worth of, you know, the super duper refined Captain Hero juice, you, you know, you should go to jail for 5 years, no parole, no probation. Judge has no choice.
You mean no parole?
Yeah, well, look at, no parole, no probation, no parole. No,
probation is definitely probation. It's parole.
Well, he said probation in the speech.
Okay. Oh, so you're actually quoting it. I thought, okay. Sometimes Alice, I can't tell.
He's actually saying no probation. I think he meant parole, but
okay, so he actually said probation.
5 years,
okay.
Yeah, 5 years, no probation. But like, here's his son doing it, and then actually, like, Benny Johnson was talking about this, where when back in the early '90s, when Hunter was in the Navy, he actually tested positive for Captain Hero, and he blamed it on black people that it was laced in a cigarette.
Wow.
Yeah. He's using his father's words, like, yep, and we're inherently racist. Yep. Yeah. Some people are racist, but I know for a fact I'm not. But I just like to hate on everybody because people hate on me.
Yeah, I'm not racist. I just hate everybody equally. But no, like, seriously, and I may be wrong, but, like, you know, like, white people are some of the most, like, least racist people, like, out of all of them, because we've done some horrible stuff. We know we've been bad, and we're trying to make things right. But it seems like now everybody is utilizing these current times to get back at us as some kind of revenge racism because we did it, Pat. Well, you're just doing exactly what we did, so what makes you better than us? You know? Like, come on. Learn from our mistakes and work with us to build stronger. Oh, God, I almost said Biden's triple B thing. Oh, God. But
oh, good Lord.
Build back better.
Build back better. Scott. Sexy Jesus. What are your thoughts?
Sexy Jesus?
I think we just need to build that wall.
You just need to build that wall. Well, we're also at an all-time high.
We need to arm the
We're
wall.
also at an all-time high for illegal immigration, too, so...
God, don't even get me started on all that. Like, and like, you know, it's a little weird. All of these places with the highest, you know, populations of all these illegals, you flowing in through the border like a waterfall. You know, they're all of a sudden like high on crime, high on struggle snuggles, drug use, like horrible things. It's like, you know, you let people come in, you know, without any form of, you know, regulations, and what do you expect is going to happen? Look at what's been going on in Europe. You know.
Well, yeah. Well, you guys were when I came in. You're talking about France with that whole thing, but
Yeah.
remember before COVID, you had the yellow jackets that were out there.
The yellow
French
vests.
people who were
Yellow
the yellow.
vests.
Yellow vests. Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry,
which,
yellow
like-
jacket. Those are types of bees.
Yeah,
But,
yellow
like, you
jackets
had
are
that.
hornets. Yellow jackets are no, you don't want to be around them. Oh.
Yeah. We have a hornet's nest or a wasp's nest right above our door right now, but I mean, but then I think like during that time you had France like protesting over some malarkey and taxes, and then you had at the same time the Hong Kong riots, and then all of a sudden COVID came out.
The pandemic.
The pandemic, yep.
Yep.
And we're actually allowed to now talk about that amazingly. Ooh.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. It spread as fast as lightning. Everybody was sanitizing. I think this is actual song. No, seriously, I think somebody actually like made. Because like I'm getting like a memory here. Like I'm not just making this stuff. I think this is a memory. So.
Yeah, when it first happened, it was called the Kung Flu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would call it the Kung Flu. My boyfriend would call it the Kung Flu too. So I mean it was ridiculous. Like it screwed a lot of people over, and it also just it was a big global experiment. How much
it was
people
obviously a
controlled
biological attack worldwide, because China was crumbling and they decided to bring the rest of the world down with them. So.
They wanted to put them to their level, yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But with the help of the ouchie Fauci.
Yeah. Or the prune juice, as someone else called it, and another YouTuber, I don't remember who it was. He called it the prune juice.
I hate prune juice.
I hate prune juice as well.
Gross.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good diuretic, and it can help you if you're constipated, yeah. But, you know.
Yep. Well, anyway, Alice, like, anything interesting happened with you? How was your 4th of July? How was your past week?
Well, we actually did a show a day after 4th of July, so we already touched base on the 4th of July. It's been a very busy week training people, some family issues going on. I lost my mind for a moment, but I'm back.
Welcome back.
Like, well, I just, like, I let a lapse and stuff, and I let my emotions run rampant like a girl, so.
Well, you are one, so.
Well, yeah, I know. But yeah, I just like, for everybody out there, I'm gonna make a public apology for my anger
it happens.
thing last night. Because I know it does happen, but like I usually am pretty good about that, and I let myself slip, and so I apologize for that. I mean, I wasn't like over the top, but at the same time, I realized I let my mind go for a second there. So.
Well, at least you didn't use a meat grinder. So.
Yeah, I know. I missed meat grinder today. And probably forever now.
Yeah.
At least I won't get as many Wisconsin jokes now. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. I probably still will. But
well, no. Now I'm just gonna accuse you from being from California.
Oh, California. Well, no, you're from California.
I know, and I know how bad it is. But you're gonna cry about Wisconsin. Fine. I'll just say that you're from an even worse place. You know what? How about I just say you're from New York?
Yeah, well, I am closer. You might as well just call me Jersey. I just gotta get some gel and gel up my hair. Jesus. No, but I mean, other than that, like, after 2 weeks, I finally got a day off. So today's my first day off in 2 weeks, and
Woo!
I get tomorrow off too, which I'm just gonna spend like just laying in my bed and being a blob.
It'd be cool if you joined the show, Alice. But I know you want to relax and stuff. But
It's at 2 o'clock. Yeah, I suppose. Like, if I wake up in time for it, yeah, I will.
you won't be
yeah,
awake
I'll
by
actually,
2 o'clock. Damn.
I might sleep in that much. I don't know.
Hey, why not?
I've been really behind on sleep because of my RLS. But aside from me, how are you doing? How's your week been, Xander?
Week's been interesting. Been slowly getting back into doing shows regularly. We did our Kick Peanut patriotic special extravaganza thing, on Tuesday, on the 4th. And as I said on that actual show, Laloon and I, we went over to our usual spot, which I showed you earlier today, I believe, where literally just horizon to horizon, all the way to the valley is open up below you, and you see all the way to the ocean, and you see fireworks everywhere. Like most people, they go to parks, they go to shows, and they look up. No, we just sit there, we have these folding, those big chairs that fold out like this, like an accordion type thing. They have cup holders and stuff. Like we have a couple of those. So we're just sitting there, we're looking straight out. We're not craning our necks, we're not straining, we're just looking straight out, just side to side, and just the whole thing looks like a war zone. It's just awesome. And recently, actually, and I want to show you, let me see if I can find this, actually. Drone 4th of July display. This is phenomenal.
Is this the 2023 one, or is this the one from when they told nobody to fire them off?
No, that happened this year as well, and I think I actually met somebody who was involved in that. But no, this is Guinness World Record 4th of July drone show, over 1,000 drones. But they use the drones to make 3D colored images. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's kind of cool.
Now you can't really tell if that was the U.S. flag, from straight down to up, but now they're molding it into Paul Revere. And then because it's drones animated, this, I'm about to tear up. This is so beautiful, if the founding fathers could see us today, as far as our technology and our ability, dude, our flag waving in the air without fireworks, this is the future. Is right now. This is amazing.
Yeah, but I still prefer my.
Oh, definitely you want fireworks too. I mean, they pop off some of those, but they have a train.
So where was this done at in California?
No, this is in California. Yep. I don't know where this is from.
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah, more than 10,000 drones actually.
That's really cool.
I'm trying to find.
I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it says in the description here. So.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. If you look in your thumbnails down there, the blue one with the dome, can you see what I see right there?
The blue with the dome?
That's one big head.
Oh my goodness, Alice. Jesus. Lady.
I couldn't help myself.
Lady.
You know how the brain immediately tries to make sense of something crazy?
I don't think anything can make sense of you, Alice.
No one can make sense of me.
But look at this.
That's really cool.
But hold on a second. Look at this. Happy 4th of July, 2023. Dude, oh my God. I would have loved to be there. That is awesome.
In a way, it looks like it's fake, but I guess how you can do it. But they have to be programmed to do it like that. So.
Yeah. Now, see, what scares the hell out of me about this is now it's commercial potential. Now we can have holographic billboards advertising literally anywhere on the earth.
Yep. Or in space.
Oh God! If you put a billboard in space, then I'm not legally allowed to say what I want to say. So,
Oh, dude, what movie is it where it would cause major tsunamis to put a billboard in space? Because of the gravitational pull, I can't remember, but
it wasn't a movie; it was a YouTube skit.
I think it was that. I think it was the Cartoon Network.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Sea Lab 2021.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Because at the end they're blah blah blah. It's gonna cause massive waves. Surfs up,
Surf's up, yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
that's
that was the Bebop Cola episode when he was trapped under the thing, the whole thing, yeah. And it turned out to be a whole advertisement.
And everybody was out to go see MC Chris. My backpack's got jets. I'm Boba, the fat white bounty hunt for Jabba Hutt to finance my back. Wiki wiki wa.
All right.
I can't help it, dude. Scotty, have you ever listened to MC Chris before?
Oh my, Scotty isn't here. He's muted. He vanished like a fart in the wind without a warning.
Where's Sexy Jesus?
He's here.
Grinds meat for $1. Thank you. It's a great name.
Have you seen
hey, sexy Jesus. How's your week been?
I don't know. Every day just blends together. But have you seen Biden talking about blocking out the sun for climate change?
No, well, I've seen some memes about that, and I'm just like, okay,
the Simpsons have already done it. Dude, the Simpsons have already done it.
Yeah, Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it. No, they really did. Remember, there's that one episode.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking. No, but like, no, Biden. He's saying no, Alice. He's saying Biden apparently actually is talking about putting up some kind of sunblocker in space to fight climate change. Like, it's not a joke. They're actually talking about that. It's like, this is concerning.
Well, it is concerning, but here's the funny thing about it. Like, people don't realize we're still coming out of a, hang on, watch out for the car. People still forget that it doesn't take, like, 10,000 years ago, we were in an ice age. And we're coming out of one still. Like, our climate and our Earth does this naturally. Our footprint on this planet is not as much as people are saying. Do we have an impact? Sure, yes, we do. With certain things we do. But, paper straws saying because plastic is bad, but we're going to cut down more trees to make paper straws. Yeah, that makes sense. Trees are the things that fucking, break down carbon dioxide and make it oxygen for us. And you're cutting down more trees to make your stupid little straws because you want to save the planet and be more bio-friendly. However, you're cutting down more trees by having those.
We've also been measuring global temperatures for about 120 years, and we keep placing more temperature probes in places like Africa where it's hotter, and that makes the average temperature go up.
Well, Africa is also, if you looked tens of thousands of years ago before the Ice Age, the Sahara Desert was actually a fucking rainforest.
Not even tens of thousands. It was like 5,000 years ago or something.
So this is right after. But places are going to dry up. That is part of the Earth's natural process. It's how the Earth cleanses itself.
One thing you never see climate activists talking about is tectonic movements. That's what causes sea level rise and fall, is the plates moving.
And the moon.
Pangea.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also places where glaciers are actually growing as to, melting. And there's other places where they're melting and stuff. I mean, there are actually places where you actually are seeing major glacial growth.
And see, here's the thing,
in the ocean melted.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, but here's the thing, a lot of people, because there's an actual movement out there trying to turn the Sahara green. Russia did this whole thing where they try to, make a entire band of trees in order to, change the topography of the area environmentally, and I think there's movements trying to change the Sahara back to green, like planting trees and everything. What a lot of people don't know is that the sands and the various soils and such of the deserts of the Sahara gets blown over the Atlantic and fertilizes the Amazon. So if we screw around with the desert in Africa, we can screw around with the lungs of the earth, and then we'll really be screwed. So. Yeah, we gotta be humans just gotta, pardon my language, humans just gotta fucking stop and just ride this wave. We are not in control of this. We are not powerful. We are just animals that have figured out how to trick rocks into thinking for us. Those are computers. We're just nothing more than just savage apes, but our sticks are shiny, and glowing. But you really think you're gonna, as George Carlin said, you think you're gonna save the planet? Really? You know, like, the Earth will shake us off like a bad case of fleas. Like, we're just here for the ride. There's nothing we can do. Like, sure, the Industrial Revolution and fossil fuels and such may be speeding things up a little bit, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So just fucking, like, deal with it, you know?
Well, also, that kind of reminds me of something I saw the other day, and this goes into, like, Roman and Greek, like, ancient Greece and stuff, how they lost so much. Supposedly they're highly technological in a way, but what killed their society was that they became luscious with, like, gender and sexuality and everything like that.
Oh, you want to know something interesting?
Like, in a way, we're a product of our own demise.
You want to know something interesting?
Happened before will happen again.
Alice, you want to know something interesting?
The Earth is a cycle that happens over and over again, and humanity is a cycle that happens over and over again.
Alice, you want to know something interesting?
The
Romans almost went into a steam age because this one, like, inventor. Again, I saw a video, like, once again, like, I saw a video about this. I can actually look this up. But the Romans actually almost entered a steam age. There's this one inventor, like, you've probably seen it, like, just a straight up, just a hollow ball with two pipes sticking out, pointing different ways. And, like, they heat up water, like, they put water in it, put it over an open flame, and then it heats up, and then the steam makes it spin. But, like, they didn't follow through with that because there's no practical use for that because they had slaves. Like, why invest time and energy into a new technology? Sorry, like, just let me finish 1 second. Like, why invest time and energy into, like, this new technology to do something that you already have people doing for absolutely free? You already have it done. So, like, like, it really makes me think, about, like, like, other civilizations, not just on this planet, but, like, we look at fossil fuels and all this stuff, like, we have all this gasoline, all this oil and all this stuff. What if a planet out there does not? Then what branch do they go down? What advances do they have that we don't, that we have that they don't? Like, what if they don't have the sandwich? But to think that, like, the Romans were that close to steam technology, but just didn't use it because they're, it's wild.
Well, they also created aqueducts and stuff to like flourish water. So they had created a certain like really effective plumbing system in a way too. So.
And anyway, Sexy Jesus.
What were you saying? We're all calling you Sexy Jesus.
Because I am. I was just going to say that they actually did use the technology for practical purposes. They had steam-powered doors where you'd walk up to, like, usually it was a church, but they had, like, these giant stone doors, and you'd, like, put an offering inside the bowl outside the church, and then the weight of it would activate something in the steam system, and it opened the doors.
I did not know that. That's cool.
That's pretty wicked, dude.
2 decades ago.
Back when the History Channel was the History Channel and not like
not Ancient Aliens.
Aliens.
Not Ancient Aliens and, like,
Aliens with different dimensions.
I had a sneeze.
If all the icebergs in the ocean melted, how much would sea levels rise? It would rise 0 feet because that ice is already in the ocean. Now, if all glaciers on the planet melted, if all the water in all the lakes went into the ocean, how much would sea levels rise? About 12 to 15 feet.
Yeah.
All water in the atmosphere were in the ocean.
Yeah, they're trying to say it's gonna raise way more, like, for fear tactics, in my opinion.
The thing you need to watch out for are tsunamis from plate tectonics, and then, like, during the 2011 Fukushima disaster, that moved Japan 6 feet. The entire country of Japan moved 6 whole feet from where it was.
Yeah.
That's the sort of shit you gotta watch out for.
Well, also remember, like, down by Church Christ in New Zealand,
Christchurch,
like a few years after.
It's Christchurch, Alice.
Fukushima.
Church Christ.
Church Christ. Yeah, Church Christ.
No, it's Christchurch, Alice.
Church Christ, New Zealand, on the South Island, but part of the ocean shore raised like 6 feet into the air.
Alice, trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
It's Christchurch, not Church Christ.
Oh, sorry. I like to say things backwards, right? Anyways, Christchurch, yeah. But yeah, on the shoreline there, it was a few years after I think the Japan earthquake, which I think was in 2011, right?
Let me say. Yeah, no,
I think it was in
Fukushima was 2011. Oh no, wait, I think it was 2009. Let me double check that. Hold on a
It
second.
is
2011.
2011.
2009.
It was 2011. Okay.
2004 was the
And yeah,
was the huge
Christchurch was 2011 as well.
Yeah, it was just shortly after.
No. Christchurch was first. Christchurch was in February. Fukushima was in March.
Okay, but anyway, yeah, on the shoreline there, it raised up the ocean floor, I think, by 12 feet. It's one of those rare ones. Instead of like shifting the island 6 feet,
It just went up.
it shifted part of the land up like 12 feet, or
Yikes.
like 6 to 12 feet, somewhere around there. It's one of those rare things, but I believe, yeah, that wasn't 2000. I am pretty sure this happened in like 2014 or 2016, to be honest, because I'm pretty sure I was with the really crazy abusive guy. So I'm pretty sure this happened like 2016, that Christchurch earthquake. But you might be right. It's 2012. I could have sworn it was a lot later than Fukushima. Just a few years though, not by like a decade.
Well, there was an earthquake in Christchurch in 2011. There was one in 2016.
One, I think that happened.
So Alice, if you look at my screen here, okay, I just searched Christchurch quake, and there it just comes up with the 2011 one. Like I didn't put in a year; it just comes up with the 2011 one by itself, and that happened in February 22nd, 2011. Fukushima was March 11th, 2011, just like literally like 3/4 of a month later. And then I added 2016. There is a 2016 Christchurch earthquake as well.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
February 13th, 2016, the Valentine's Day earthquake. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that like on part of the shoreline, it raised part of the island up like 6 feet, and actually some of the coral was exposed, and even after tide came in, it was exposed because it shifted upwards. It's a rare thing, but yeah, the coral got exposed, and some of the habitat there, they died out because of drying out. But
yeah,
part of the island shifted upwards, which is what I was saying. Yeah, that's the one I remember. But yeah, I know that was. I think that one was a peak. I think that Christchurch one in 2011 might have been a precursor to the Fukushima, or an aftershock of it.
No, they are so separated.
Oh, they are.
They're separated by like 2,000 miles.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but no, like if you.
I mean, maybe like because it is like along the same fault, maybe.
Tectonic plates for the Pacific.
Well, the whole thing is active. The Ring of Fire has its name for a reason.
Fire.
So, yeah,
which
I live on.
Let's look at the tectonic plate structure of the Pacific Ocean.
Well, you have the Pacific plate, which is the ocean floor, and then you have like for the oceanic plate, Oceania, which is Australia in that area.
Yeah.
The Asian plate.
So I mean, it is a 2,000 mile difference, but they do rub around. So maybe this part got stressed, and with that stress, it does send a ripple throughout the plate.
Yeah.
And maybe that was what was a catalyst to Japan eventually.
Maybe. I'm no seismologist, but like.
It's just a theory. I mean, I'm not a geologist or by any means, but.
But Scott is back and Cyrus has joined, so let's ask them how their week has been.
Yeah, how have you guys been, Hans?
I apologize for before, but it has been good. I mean, a little busy. Stuff changed a little bit today. Just said goodbye to a guest and was in and out of talking and conversations with family about how that time went with the guest here and stuff going forward, but it's been good. I mean, we're doing things, business related. Stuff in the Omni Coalition has been good. We're all doing our thing together. It's been a lot of fun. So I mean, it's been busy. There's been lots of stuff on the schedule. I'm still trying to work out my schedule and get myself better with that. But other than that, been well. Just busy.
Nice.
Excellente. Excellente. Cyrus, how was your week been? Man?
Being the
And
being
welcome to the
boss
show,
that I
honey.
am. Definitely being the boss that I am. Working hard with my full-time job and then the part-time job at Abstract. But we are kicking butt and taking names.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. And just call me Miss Meat Grinder.
Yeah.
I'm actually working on that right now. By the end of this episode, I should have the design finished.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
yeah. Well, I'm still trying to find a picture that has a more crazy face, but I'm sure you could actually make one based. Actually, let's see here. I'll send you one before the end of the show here. But yeah, we're just kind of we were just talking about tectonic plates here and our theory on like between Christchurch, not Church Christ. Sorry, for
Giving me
you
a
G's out
stroke.
there.
I swear to God.
Dude, you know what's really funny is my stepmom would probably laugh her ass off, but also be mad at me because she's a Kiwi. So, but she lives on the North Island, she's from the North Island, not the South Island. But she is part Maori, which is really cool. But aside from that,
That made me think of like remaking the Skater Boy song. She was a Kiwi, the other's a cheesehead. Can I make it any more obvious?
Well, no, actually, no. You should call my dad a cheesehead because my dad's also from Minnesota, and so you can make a joke against my dad and call him a cheesehead.
Nah, only you.
Ah, fair enough. All right. I'm
Because
never gonna let it down, but that's okay. But no, aside from that, we had the cocaine in the White House we were talking about earlier.
I thought you meant the Captain Hero.
Oh yeah, yes. I'm sorry, Captain Hero.
Damn it,
Captain
Alice.
Hero. Oh, damn me. The hero stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about that, and then we talked about France with their how they're having another revolution.
Yeah.
For the car driving by, I'm outside having a cigarette, but because of the shooting that happened, and then we went to other fun things. Does anybody else have anything interesting news-wise or scientific and fun?
Well,
that you would like to.
Something we've all been in recently that nobody has said anything yet is that we just finished another episode of Survival Sundays in which we pitted ourselves against the killer from why
I know what you did last time.
Yeah, that one. My brain stopped working. No, it is an abstract SFX product, and we are very happy to host it on the Omni Coalition various platforms, and it is fun. I never would have thought I wouldn't have done anything that like this on my own accord, but it's fun. Because some people are more into some things than others. And whereas I said I'm not really that much of a horror fan. It's not I dislike it. I'm just kind of neutral. But it's still it's interesting to put yourself into hypothetical situations. And things you don't normally do. It's a new experience, and I really enjoy this. So.
Yeah, it was a really fun one. I guess I got dubbed a new nickname out of it.
Yeah, you're the meat grinder now.
Miss Meat Grinder. I don't mind being called Mrs. even though I'm not married, but I mean, I think it's kind of cute. But
no,
oh my God.
Alice,
it was
Alice,
a good
Alice,
show.
Alice.
What?
You are Mrs. Meat Grinder, but what happened to the Mister?
Well,
he went to the meat grinder.
Well, to be honest, my cats have a really a nicer, soft, silky coat now.
What?
What? Nothing. Nothing to say here. I didn't say anything.
That was a weird thing to bring up. Like, we're talking about meat grinder, and suddenly you're talking about your cats. Okay.
Well, no, I said they have
Squirrel!
a more silky coat. After
Alice,
I
you're
fed them.
squirreling.
It's because I said my cats have a more silky,
Wow, not even
luxurious
understanding what
coat
you're
after I fed
saying.
them.
Right over her head.
I know. Dude, there was like 4 cars that just drove by. That's weird. But yes.
Are you intentionally,
Family-
like, are you trolling me, or, like, are you
No,
really that
no,
not
actually-
following the conversation?
Well, actually, you guys were cutting out too for me, so.
No, you weren't cutting out. I can hear you just fine.
Hang on. Oh, God. It's getting.
All right. Anyway, well, I think we should be wrapping this up here. We had a couple of topics of discussion in the actual channel. We spoke about this. I think this is this is from 2 days ago. 1983, 11-year-old Samantha Smith of Manchester, Maine, left for the USSR. So she defected at 11 years old. What? Like,
Yeah.
I haven't been able to find anything about this. Samantha Smith. Okay, here we go. She was a U.S. peace activist and child actress from Manchester, Maine, who became famous for her anti-war outreaches during the Cold War between the U.S. and the Soviet Union. In 1982, Smith wrote a letter to the newly appointed General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, Yuri Andropov, and received a personal reply with an invitation to visit the Soviet Union, which he... Oh, okay, I remember this. She didn't defect. I remember this now. So, she actually sent him a letter, and he replied with an invite, so she actually went to... go and like visit, with the president of the Soviet Union and all that stuff at 11 years old, just after writing a letter. I think this is what South Park kind of did, or was portraying when Kyle wrote Fidel Castro of Cuba, like about how bad communism is, and then like he reverted to he changed to capitalism like overnight, like as a way for him to go and see some movie or something. But yeah, no, that's wild. She actually wrote the head of a nation and was invited to go visit it. Like, that's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, God, cat. Don't jump on my leg. You're all wet from the downpour.
And we've spoken about everything else here. The other 2 notes I have here is about the White House Captain Hero and then the 4th of July shooting in Philadelphia, which, let's look at that. Let's look at 4th July 2023 Philadelphia shooting. 5 dead. Yeah, here we go. From, oh, what? That's weird. It's not taking me over there. Huh, is Google trying to hide this from me? Well, let's see here. From New York Times. Okay, here we go. Now it's loading in. That's still loading. But yeah, 5 people died. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So like Alice, maybe because like I knew something was gonna pop off. It just because of how everything is, how perfect the timing would be, for these psychopaths to do things. Oh, this is on the eve of the 4th here. Yeah, so yeah, this is before the 4th. This is the 3rd. But yeah, so like you're talking about somewhere else though in Maine, Alice?
Not Maine. God, what is it? Shoot.
Well, I thought you said I thought you said Boston, Maine, or something.
Baltimore.
Or no, Baltimore, I think.
Oh.
Or something. I could be wrong, but I think Sexy Jesus. He was right on the town that.
He said Baltimore, Maryland. Just
the one with the armored vest. It was a transgender person or something that did that shooting. But they're keeping it like under wraps because of the fact of that, and I guess they were a BLM, a Black Lives Matter activist or something like that too as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting.
Well, anyway,
are you happy, Cat? No?
Let us wrap this up. So then we can go into watching some movies.
People are apparently wanting to drive home from work right now, and they're being loud.
Huh. How inconsiderate.
I know. How dare they? How dare you? You took my childhood. You stole my dreams.
Just for clarification, it was the Philadelphia shooter who had the blood proof armor.
Oh, okay, so that I was right. It was Philly then.
Well, no, I said it was Philly, and you were saying it was somewhere else, Alice.
What I heard, some civilian picked up one of his guns and shot him with it.
Nice. Nice. Oh, man, I love that. I love it when things like that happen.
Well, I just know because there's been so many shootings lately, it's hard to keep up on which one's which.
I know, that's what I was saying earlier. It's just like how many of these things happen? Like, oh my god, like, because I'm getting confused. Like, are you talking about this situation or that situation? Because I know about like it was a trans activist or something that shot up that Christian school a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just getting bizarre. Like, it's just wild. Like.
Yeah, just when you thought you heard everything, you learn something new every day. Anywho's, but yeah, let's end this show tonight. It's been an interesting one to say the least. And boop 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 boop. Thank you for joining the Kicking the Peanut Show.
Yep. And until you see us.
The lovely.
Go. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say I am the lovely, Mrs. Meat Grinder.
Yeah.
Or who is that?
Or Stapes.
Lady
or Danny Cakes. Or War Queef. Or. Yes, that's the noise.
Perfect timing for that. Anywho's, and
I thought so.
Yes, and I was joined by the lovely partners in crime in this show. Say your names, my friends.
Xander.
No. Anything related to a meat grinder, you're on your own. You're on your own.
Oh, this is Cyrus down there telling me I'm on my own. And we have a Scotty Bugatti down here.
Yeah,
and we have
Scotty
Jesus.
Sexy.
Yep, and we have a sexy Jesus here. And we have the Xander. Thank you for joining the Kicking Peanut Show, and we love you. Come back next Sunday, where you can have fun in the sun. We usually are at 6 p.m. Eastern Time Sundays. You guys can say your area codes if you'd like.
Area codes? You mean time zones? Area codes.
Time zone.
Why are we calling each other now? Like, no, 3 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m.
I can't believe I said area code. Time zones. Thank you. Sorry.
3 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Mountain. Anybody here in Central? Yeah, there is some.
Me?
Yeah.
What time is it in Central?
You can catch me at my address.
No. 1 Central, 5 Central, and 6 Eastern, as Alice said. We try to do this every Sunday. Well, pretty successful every Sunday. With this show at that time, and we also have a history show every day. Try to do that every day. At 11 in the morning Pacific time, and then a news show, notable events, weather, and sports every Tuesdays and Fridays at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So
yeah. Let's not also forget the Survival Sundays that happen an hour before my show. 2 hours before my show.
Survival Sundays scheduled every Sunday at 1 to 1:30 p.m. somewhere in there Pacific time. So just keep your eyes peeled.
By the way, Xander.
Yeah.
Xander.
Yeah.
I just wanted to thank you because I have been looking both ways at every intersection, man. Thank you.
Good boy. Good.
I actually look up and down, left
before
and
you
right.
cross the street, or you might end up as Mrs. Meat Grinder's meat.
Oh God.
Oh my God, that's so
That's
cute.
great. That's great. I love how you're like incorporating various themes.
Good Lord. This is gonna be like the forever meme of me. She's gonna be like, "So what are you eating at?" Like if I come out to Minnesota in August, she's like, "So are you getting some mystery meat?" And I'm like, "Yes, absolutely."
Yikes.
I need some Mrs. Meat.
Well, anyway, viewers, until you catch us next time, until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles.
Thank you to the Peanut. And be cool, stay in school, and don't do drugs.
Drugs.